Last time on I Own Britain's Best Home, we saw 3 exceptional homes with owners prepared to go that extra mile. They were an arts and crafts mansion in Norfolk.
It's been an enormous amount of work, involving a lot of people, more work than I could have imagined.
A family-friendly Lincolnshire farmhouse.
I think we've created something really special.
And finally, a boutique hotel-inspired townhouse in Birmingham.
This is the kind of house that I dreamed of living in.
We asked you to vote for your favourite, and you chose the farmhouse. Now, 3 more stunning homes enter the competition. Only one will go through to the final show. Once again, the decision is yours. Prepare to be inspired. For the past 6 months, our trio of property experts have been scouring Britain in a bid to find the nation's best home. Melissa Porter is an interiors consultant who has clear ideas about what makes the perfect pad.
I like traditional homes with a lot of space, with the period features. That makes me instantly feel nurtured, relaxed at home.
When it comes to architecture, journalist and property investor Michael Holmes is a font of knowledge who's passionate about buildings old and new.
I think you can take the best of traditional design, and as long as it's done well, you can recreate it today and it's still just as valid. Everything doesn't have to be original and new.
And for award-winning property developer Russell Harris, it's design excellence that counts.
I think if you get it right, good design is absolutely timeless and needs to be preserved as well.
Each week, our team will visit 3 remarkable properties before giving you the chance to vote your favourite into our final show. But Melissa, Michael and Russell won't just be dropping by. They'll stay at each property for 24 hours and dig beneath the surface of these dream homes to find out how they really work.
I think Nigella needs to watch her back.
I think so.
First up, Melissa's off to a home in Suffolk that's been given a whole new identity.
Us Brits are an island nation, which means we're surrounded by an awful lot of coast. Now, in my opinion, no property search would be complete without one of us checking out a seaside location. But the property I'm about to show you has a little twist. In fact, I don't think that you'll be able to find another one quite like it in this country. Actually, it wouldn't feel out of place on the other side of the Atlantic. Just a stone's throw away from the East Anglian shoreline, this lovely coastal property is the home of Stephanie and Johnny, who since 2002 have transformed a drab 80s bungalow into a unique take on the New England-style seaside home.
It was really not what we expected. It was a sort of 20-year-old modern chalet bungalow. It was half rendered and dark brown window frames, and you'd have looked at it and gone, oh, okay.
And she rang me and said, look, I've just seen his house. It looks really, really awful. You won't believe it, but I think it's got some potential.
And so I took the idea back to Johnny and he said, fine, let's do it. Let's do the challenge.
And what a challenge! Having never restored a property before and with only limited funds to play with, Stephanie took a huge gamble taking on such a large-scale project. So with the dust settled and the paint dried, I can't wait to see how it's all turned out. Stephanie.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Melissa. Pleased
Hi,
to meet
Mel.
you. Come in. Instant sense of well-being. Thank you. It's like a TARDIS, very deceptive. From the outside, there's no guessing this home has an unusual layout. On the top floor is the master bedroom, and it's also up here you'll find the surprising addition of a spacious living room, well placed to take advantage of the views. Downstairs are 3 bedrooms, bathroom and utility space are reached from a generous hallway that doubles up as a dining area. To the rear is the large open-plan kitchen that leads to the wraparound veranda, a real signature feature of the New England style. Now, it's uncommon to put your sitting room at the top of your home, so here seems a great place to start my tour. It's almost a topsy-turvy house, isn't it?
It's a little bit upside down, but you'll see why.
Tell me about this space.
But this was originally a kitchen and a sitting room. So first of all, we took down a dividing wall and made it one room. We also painted it all white. We boarded the ceilings and then painted that white to give a bit of texture and a bit of like a boaty feel to it. The inspiration was really being by the sea. If you think of, let's think of that lovely yacht we'd all love to be sitting on somewhere on a hot day, and you've got sort of lovely teak decks, you've got the blue of the sea, blue of the sky, and you've got white. And this is really what it is. It's a little bit inspired as well by all those gorgeous pictures of the Hamptons you see in travel magazines, on the television. But come and have a look at what really did it for me. This is why we bought it.
It's gorgeous.
Tonight on I Own Britain's Best Home, property experts Melissa Porter, Russell Harris and Michael Holmes are house guests at 3 rather special properties. Later on, you'll get the chance to vote for the home you think deserves a place in our final show. But right now, we rejoin Melissa, who's enjoying her stay at Stephanie and Johnny's New England-style house in Suffolk.
Outside, this property looks like it's been lifted straight off Cape Cod with its clapboards and picket fence. And inside, each room's awash with its own distinctive coastal theme. From the bird life nesting in this room, with its evocative palette of aquamarine and earthy tones, to this French lighthouse-inspired guest bedroom with its fresh red and white theme. Stephanie's given different areas their own personalities. Wherever you are, there's something different to catch your eye. Speaking of which, come and have a look at this. I want to show you these. Now, you can't get more coastal than pebbles on the floor. Feels like a part of the beach. They apparently give you a bit of a massage under your feet. I won't be testing that theory out there because I don't do anything without my stilettos on. It's touches like that pebble flooring that make this home one of Britain's best. Both inside and out, Stephanie has drawn inspiration from the Suffolk landscape. So as you can imagine, I jumped at the chance to hit the road and see it for myself. Looking forward to this. Who wouldn't want to ditch a hectic London career for the tranquility of village life? But for Stephanie, this area in particular holds some very precious memories. This place is obviously beautiful, but why is it so special to you?
There's lots of reasons why, but I think there is an element of nostalgia. As children, we were brought here for day trips, to come crabbing, going to the beach. I look at it, it's wild. You've got the beach, you've got the sea, you've got the heathland.
What to you defines a home?
I think it's somewhere where you actually feel earthed. And this is where I feel earthed. It doesn't matter here what kind of shoes I'm wearing, what kind of clothes I'm wearing. I just feel I'm earthed. I feel I'm me.
It's important to remember this project wasn't a quick fix, but a major structural restoration, and all for one very good reason: to maximise the sense of airy space. Walls were moved and windows have been added to allow light to flood in. But Stephanie didn't stop there. This is quite interesting. Now, Stephanie has quite literally spun the whole house round 180 degrees. This is the front door, but originally was the back door. Now, to understand why she's made these changes, you have to come round to the back with me. So, as this has now become the back of the property, Stephanie was able to erect a 2-storey extension plus this extra seating area to incorporate into the garden, which benefits from the sunshine all day long. And the room up there has now become their bedroom, which has those fabulous sea views, which basically sold them this location. Lucky. You know, the more I scratch below the surface, the more I appreciate what Stephanie's achieved here. With a tight budget, she's relied on her ingenuity to create this very personal and beguiling home. Combining salvaged objects like this mirror she's made from driftwood with a selection of locally sourced second-hand classics means this all adds up to a unique, charming interior, and it's one that just has to be shared with friends.
Okay, he's quite a big fish, so I think we need just a little bit more to flavour him with.
Even more than that, yeah.
Tell me what you all think about Stephanie and Johnny's home.
It reminds me very much of Connecticut or Massachusetts or Maine or something like that. It's very pretty, it's lovely.
I mean, I instantly felt relaxed when I walked through the door.
Feel.
I think that looks done to me.
Do you know what, having spent the day here, I can't deny it, the makeover, both inside and outside, is exceptional. But what really stands out is when I watch people giggling and enjoying themselves. And that is what makes this place special. Stephanie has managed to inject heart and soul and personality into this beautiful space. That is what makes this home stand out.